It's 8:45 on a Tuesday morning. The classroom is so loud I have to lean in to hear my friend, but I barely catch her words. Not because I'm distracted by the noise in the room, but because I'm staring at my reflection in the dark corner of my laptop screen. Not really watching, checking. A strand of hair slips forward and I tuck it back, even though I know it'll just fall out again. The teacher starts passing back graded tests. I feel my stomach tighten before I even see mine. Not because I think I did badly, but because for some reason, this number at the top feels like more than just a grade. It feels like a little tag that says who I am today. I didn't notice when this became normal, this quiet, constant measuring. Somewhere along the way, growing up started to feel like performing. But it wasn't always like this. There was a time I could spend an entire afternoon biking along the bay, without once thinking about who might see me. The air would sting my cheeks just enough to remind me I was moving, that I was here. I'd pedal without counting the miles, without checking my phone, without imagining how it might look in a photo. I remember those days the way you remember something you haven't eaten in years. Not perfectly, but enough to know you miss it. Now, living feels heavier. You're set to an expectation, a standard, a finish line. You can't look worn out, and every achievement has to look effortless, even when it's not. The thing about today's world is, there's always someone to compare yourself to, someone with better skills, higher grades, and bigger accomplishments. It's exhausting to keep up, and yet I catch myself doing it every day. I think about how different it felt before life carried the weight of everyone's judgment. The silent measuring, the sense that every choice I make will be watched and weighed. How the moments that stayed with me were the ones no one saw, the quiet ones, the imperfect ones, the ones where I wasn't looking at myself from the outside. Living now means finding a way to hold on to that, to catch yourself before the habit of comparison swallows the moment. To remember the world doesn't end if your hair is messy or your grade isn't perfect. But here's the thing, it's not just me, it's all of us. We live in an age where life itself has become a scoreboard. We don't recognize the moments that truly shape us. We live on average about 28,000 days. That's 672,000 hours, 40 million minutes, 2.4 billion seconds. And most of these slip by unnoticed, blurred together by the routine and obligation. But in the small parts of life that remains, the parts we actually get to choose, how do we spend our time? Because the moments that shape us don't come with a warning. They don't wave a flag. They slip in quietly, in the middle of a sentence, on a bike ride with no destination, in the instant you forget how you look and you feel the air on your face. For me, one of those moments came one afternoon at the park, when I saw a little kid running around in the fountain. His shoes were soaked, his laugh echoing off the pavement, and he didn't care who was watching. For a split second, it pulled me back. Back to the afternoons when I sprawled on the carpet with my favorite books, like If You Give a Mouse a Cookie or The Rainbow Fish, or when I chased the ice cream truck down the block like it was the only thing that mattered. Back then, I wasn't thinking about whether I was doing it right. I was just living. And standing there, I realized how rare that feeling has become. How easy it is now to turn every moment into something to measure or compare. But then there are seconds like this, moments that don't ask for anything. They don't perform for anyone. They simply remind you you're alive. And maybe those are the seconds that matter most. People will always tell you what you're supposed to do. But from my experience, the things that stay with you aren't the boxes you check. They're the moments that make you feel alive. The late nights when your friends made you laugh until you couldn't breathe. The times you chased something just because you loved it. Life isn't about filling the calendar. It's about what slips through the cracks of it. Those rare moments that stay. Maybe that's what it really means to live in today's day and age. Not to reject it, not to cut ourselves off from the world or stop striving, but to be awake enough to notice those precious unfiltered seconds, to let them be what they are without packaging them for anyone else. Because the moments worth keeping aren't the perfect ones. They're the real ones, the messy ones, the ones where you stop performing and start living. That's the irony. Life isn't measured in likes or grades or streaks. It's measured in the seconds that make you forget to measure it all. And here's the challenge I'll leave you with. In the middle of your own noise, your own scrolling, your own endless obligation, catch yourself, just once. Notice the second you're in. Because one day, when the 28,000 days run out, you won't remember the perfect posts or the perfect hair or the perfect grades. You'll remember the seconds that stopped you in your tracks, the ones where the world felt bigger and you felt more alive. The ones no camera could capture, no grade could define, no audience could applaud. Those are the seconds that outlast the noise, the seconds that refuse to fade, the seconds where for once you weren't performing, you were just you. And that's what it really means to live in today's day and age. Not to chase every achievement or check every box, but to guard the little time you truly have left and fill it with the moments that make you feel alive. Thank you.